Guo Sheng. Now let me tell you about Guo Sheng. He hailed from the eastern hills of Sichuan. Ever since he was young, he loved reading, but there was no one in the mountain village to seek guidance from. So even in his 20s, his strokes and characters were often flawed. Once, the family had been troubled by a fox. Clothes, food, and other objects would always go missing, causing much distress. One night, while Guo Sheng was reading, he placed the book on the desk, only to find it smeared and messy from the fox's meddling. The crucial parts were so chaotic that he couldn't even make out the lines clearly. He had to choose the cleaner sections to read, which amounted to only 60 or 70 poems. Guo Sheng was infuriated and resentful. Yet he felt helpless. He had also collected over 20 pieces of his own writing for practice, intending to have someone knowledgeable review them. The next morning, he found his articles spread out on the table, nearly all of them smudged and blurred with thick and light ink. Guo Sheng was beside himself with anger. Coincidentally, a scholar named Wang happened to visit the village. Wang and Guo Sheng had a good relationship, so he paid a visit. Upon seeing the smeared books, Wang inquired about the situation. Guo Sheng explained his frustrations in detail to Wang and showed him the remaining manuscripts. Wang carefully examined them and realized that the untouched parts contained some good sentences, while the smudged parts were cluttered and verbose, suitable for deletion. Wang said in surprise, "It seems the fox did this intentionally. Instead of considering it a nuisance, you should treat it as your teacher." After a few months, when Guo Sheng revisited his original writings, he found the revisions were indeed correct. He then rewrote 2 articles, placing them on the desk to observe any changes. By dawn, they had been altered again. After over a year, the fox stopped altering the content, instead marking the pages with large black ink spots, bold and vivid. Perplexed, Guo Sheng told Wang about this development. Wang, after examining it, said, "The fox truly is your teacher. Your writing has improved significantly. You can now take the exams." That year, Guo Sheng indeed passed the scholar examination. He felt grateful to the fox and regularly set out chicken and rice as offerings. He also let the fox decide which edition of the 8-legged essays to purchase. Consequently, he excelled in the provincial exams twice and achieved a commendable rank. At that time, the writings of scholars like Yi and Mao were widely acclaimed for their elegance and charm, known to all. Guo Sheng had a handwritten copy, treasured dearly. Suddenly, one day the fox spilled a bowl of thick ink onto it, leaving almost not a single character untouched. Guo Sheng started composing again, thinking and creating with satisfaction. But again, everything was wiped away by the fox. Slowly, Guo Sheng began to doubt the fox's guidance. Not long after, Master Yi was imprisoned for critiquing literary style, and Guo Sheng grudgingly acknowledged the fox's foresight. However, every time Guo Sheng wrote an article afterward, he painstakingly revised, only to have the fox smear it once more. With his confidence from previous successful exams, he increasingly suspected that the fox was making unnecessary changes. Thus, he decided to test it by copying the previously smudged articles, only to have the fox erase them again. Guo Sheng chuckled, "You're truly absurd. Why say something was good before and now call it bad?" He stopped offering food to the fox and locked away his books in a chest. The next morning, he found the chest securely sealed and touched. But upon opening it, he saw for thick ink lines, even broader than a finger, smeared on the cover. 5 lines on the first chapter, 5 on the second, and none thereafter. From then on, the fox disappeared without a trace. Later, when Guo Sheng took the exams, he ranked 4th once and 5th the next time, realizing that the fox's premonitions were encoded in the ink strokes.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.